Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive into the thrilling developments unfolding on Wednesday, August 6th, where family tensions erupt. Hidden suspicions come to light, and high-stakes confrontations promise to shake up Port Charles. In the heart of General Hospital, a heated sibling rivalry takes center stage as Lucas Jones and Carly Spencer lock horns in a private doctor's office. Their argument revolves around the ever-controversial Sonny Corinthos, with Lucas pushing hard on the notion of Sonny's inherent dangers to everyone around him. Remember, Lucas had been on the verge of alerting the authorities about Sonny's alleged involvement in Marco Rios' kidnapping, only for Marco to intervene and halt the chaos. Carly, ever the loyal defender, insists that Sonny isn't the monster Lucas paints him to be, downplaying his volatile side as mere protective instincts gone awry. But Lucas isn't backing down. His tone shifts to something almost playful yet biting, like a triumphant sibling rubbing in a victory with a sing-song "I told you so" vibe. He accuses Carly of deflecting her frustrations onto him rather than facing the harsh truth about her choices. To add layers to this familial clash, imagine the office walls echoing with memories of past Corinthos family dramas. Perhaps Lucas recalls a time when Sonny's actions nearly cost them all dearly. Like an old incident involving a rival mobster that left scars on their family tree. This squabble isn't just about Sonny. It's a deeper exploration of loyalty versus reality, with Lucas urging Carly to see how her blind faith could endanger their loved ones, including the younger generation. As the debate intensifies, viewers might spot subtle hints of unresolved grief from their shared past, such as the loss of their mother Bobby, fueling Lucas's protective streak and Carly's stubborn resolve. Shifting scenes to the opulent Quartermaine mansion, Michael Corinthos finds himself in a serious discussion with Dante Falconeri, unraveling a web of intrigue surrounding a recent threat to his family. Michael believes he's pieced together the puzzle of why his young daughter, affectionately known as his little girl in family circles, became a target in a disturbing series of events. This ties back to the urgent rescue where Jason Morgan swiftly escorted Daisy Gilmore and Sasha Corbin to safety amid growing dangers. Delving deeper, Michael suspects that Willow Tate, his own wife, has been the shadowy figure infiltrating the mansion, tampering with Daisy's belongings and orchestrating a gaslighting campaign that has pushed Willow's mental state to the brink. Fortunately, during these intrusions, the children Wiley and Amelia Corinthos were safely tucked away with Carly, avoiding any direct harm. Michael's realization comes with a heavy heart. He acknowledges that Willow's sanity has plummeted dramatically, making her an unpredictable presence around the kids. Inventing a fresh angle, perhaps Michael shares with Dante a newfound clue, like a misplaced item from Willow's wardrobe found near Daisy's room, solidifying his theory. This conversation could expand into Michael's fears for the family's future, weighing the pain of confronting Willow against the need to protect his children, all while Dante offers his detective's perspective on gathering evidence discreetly. The mansion's grand halls, filled with Quartermaine heirlooms, serve as a stark backdrop to this modern betrayal, reminding us of the estate's history of scandals that have tested family bonds time and again. Meanwhile, at the bustling hospital corridors, Willow Tate, clad in her familiar scrubs, engages in a candid chat with Harrison Chase, who happens to be on site for what seems like routine police business. Their discussion delves into the cracks forming in Willow's family life, particularly her strained dynamics with Michael and the children. Fresh off rejecting Drew Kane's advance, telling him in no uncertain terms to back off after seeing his true colors, this revelation has come at a steep price, severing ties with her mother, Nina Reeves, in a fallout that's left emotional wreckage in its wake. Adding inventive depth, Willow might confide in Chase about vivid nightmares plaguing her, symbolizing her inner turmoil, or perhaps she hints at seeking therapy to reclaim her stability. While the talk likely circles back to Michael, given Chase's upcoming confrontation with him, it could also touch on the fractured mother-daughter bond with Nina, exploring themes of forgiveness and regret. Chase, with his empathetic nature honed from years on the force, might offer Willow advice drawn from his own family experiences, like his complicated history with the Quartermaines. This hospital encounter underscores the fragility of relationships in Port Charles, where personal crises often intersect with professional duties. leaving characters like Willow teetering on the edge of redemption or further descent. Over at the elegant Metro Court restaurant, an intriguing standoff brews between Jen Sidwell and Tracy Quartermain. Seated at a polished table amid the din of clinking glasses and murmured conversations, Sidwell, the shrewd businessman with overseas mining interests, issues a stern warning to Tracy, declaring that she won't have a company left to protect if she proceeds with her mysterious plan. This threat centers on Deception Cosmetics, the beauty empire reliant on a rare mineral sourced exclusively from Sidwell's operations, a key ingredient in their flagship product, the Deceptor, which has skyrocketed in popularity for its innovative formula. Sidwell appears poised to cut off the supply, potentially crippling the company. To enrich this plotline with new elements, envision Sidwell revealing a hidden agenda. Perhaps he's uncovered Tracy's scheme to partner with a rival supplier, one tied to shady international dealings that could expose his own empire to scrutiny. Tracy, ever the formidable matriarch, might counter with tales of her past corporate battles, drawing parallels to legendary Quartermain takeovers that shaped her ruthless edge. The tension escalates as Sidwell hints at broader implications, like how this mineral dispute could ripple into Port Charles's economy, affecting jobs and alliances. This restaurant rendezvous highlights the cutthroat world of business in the show, where personal vendettas often masquerade as professional negotiations, leaving Tracy to weigh her ambitions against the survival of her family's legacy. Finally, the energy ramps up as the acting district attorney, Justine, strides into the scene with determination, confronting Sonny Corinthos, who's casually attired in his baseball jersey for the annual Port Charles charity games. The event pits teams like Corinthos Cafe featuring Sonny, Jason Morgan, and other localcidence rivals in a fun yet competitive showdown for a good cause. Justine, elegant in her black dress that suggests a quick detour from courthouse duties, boldly states she's prepared for every trick he's got, her words laced with ambiguity. Is this a veiled threat about pursuing legal action against Sonny given her limited evidence so far in building a case? Or is it playful banter tied to the baseball field, where Sonny's known for his sly plays? Inventing additional flair, perhaps Justine alludes to a recent tip-off about Sonny's dealings, like whispers of coffee imports masking illicit activities, heightening the stakes. Sonny, unfazed, might flash his trademark grin, recalling past games where he outmaneuvered opponents both on and off the diamond. This encounter blends the lighthearted spirit of the charity event with underlying shadows of justice, as Justine's role as acting doll positions her as a fresh force in Port Charles's legal landscape, potentially clashing with Sonny's empire in unexpected ways. Next, we will explore the captivating evolution of Willow Tate's character, brilliantly brought to life by the talented Caitlin McMullen, whose recent performances have fans buzzing with excitement. Caitlin McMullen is truly shining in her role on General Hospital, delivering a powerhouse portrayal that's capturing hearts and sparking endless discussions among viewers. Her depiction of Willow's descent into chaos has elevated the character from a predictable figure to a whirlwind of unpredictability, making every episode a must-watch. Fans are raving about how McMullen infuses Willow with raw emotion and intensity, turning what could have been a one-note arc into a multifaceted journey. To add a fresh layer, imagine McMullen drawing inspiration from classic soap opera anti-heroines, channeling subtle nods to iconic breakdowns like those seen in past storylines involving characters spiraling under pressure. This newfound depth not only showcases McMullen's acting chops, but also highlights how Willow's turmoil resonates with real-life themes of mental health struggles, keeping audiences hooked as they root for or against their next move. For the longest time, Willow Tate embodied the archetype of the wholesome, likable everywoman in Port Charles, a character so reliably virtuous that she bordered on bland. She was the girl next door type, adored by all for her kindness and resilience, seamlessly stepping into the role of adoptive mother to Wiley after the heartbreaking loss of her biological son. Even when she strayed by having an affair with Michael Corinthos while still involved with Harrison Chase, the fallout was minimal. No one held it against her, viewing it as a twist of fate leading to her eventual marriage to Michael. Inventing an extra dimension, perhaps Willow's early days included quiet acts of heroism, like volunteering at the hospital during off hours, which endeared her further to the community and masked any underlying vulnerabilities. This phase painted her as the ultimate survivor, someone who navigated personal tragedies with grace, but it also set the stage for the dramatic shift that's now unfolding, reminding us how even the most stable facades can crack under accumulated strain. Willow's journey took a darker turn when she concealed her leukemia diagnosis from Michael during her pregnancy, a secret that could have shattered their world but instead elicited waves of sympathy from everyone around her. As her illness progressed, viewers endured episode after episode of her deteriorating health, a prolonged saga that built tension and empathy. The climax came with a heroic expedition to Greenland, where a cadre of Port Charles residents risked everything to save Liesl Obrecht, whose bone marrow donation ultimately pulled Willow back from the brink of death. Adding inventive flair, this rescue mission might have included untold perils, such as treacherous blizzards and narrow escapes from local threats, amplifying the stakes and showcasing the town's unbreakable bonds. Through it all, Willow earned the affectionate yet poignant moniker Weeping Willow for her perpetual tears and sorrowful demeanor, a nickname that captured her essence as a perpetual victim of circumstance, always on the verge of emotional collapse but somehow holding it together until now. However, the tides have turned dramatically for Willow, transforming her from a melancholic figure into one teetering on the edge of a full-blown mental unraveling. No longer just shedding tears, she's exhibiting signs of a profound breakdown, her actions growing increasingly erratic and desperate. After being manipulated for months as Drew Kane's unwitting accomplice in his schemes, Willow finally saw through his facade of charm, recognizing him as the self-serving opportunist he truly is. Yet, this awakening came at an exorbitant price, dismantling her entire existence in the process. Her marriage to Michael has crumbled irreparably, and she's been stripped of custody over Wiley and Amelia, leaving her isolated and adrift. To enrich this narrative with new elements, picture Willow reflecting on fleeting moments of doubt during her time with Drew, like overhearing a suspicious phone call that planted the first seeds of suspicion, only for her to ignore them until it was too late. This loss has stripped away her anchors, exposing a vulnerability that fuels her spiraling behavior, making her a character study in the consequences of betrayal and self-deception. As Willow's world unravels, her actions have escalated into outright torment, starting with her obsessive stalking of Sasha Corbin's infant, a chilling campaign that blurred the lines between grief and malice. Then came the haunting scene where she appeared unannounced at Carly Spencer's doorstep, her appearance disheveled and wild-eyed, reminiscent of a gothic horror figure pleading desperately to reunite with her children. With Michael now firmly denying her any access to Wiley and Amelia, citing concerns for their safety amid her instability, the stage is set for even more explosive outbursts. Inventing additional intrigue, Willow might resort to clandestine attempts to spy on the kids from afar, perhaps enlisting an unwitting ally like a sympathetic nurse at the hospital, heightening the tension and raising questions about how far she'd go to reclaim her family. This phase of her story underscores the raw pain of a mother pushed to her limits, where desperation breeds irrationality, and every decision pulls her deeper into chaos. Despite the darkness, this unhinged iteration of Willow has injected a thrilling energy into General Hospital, making her scenes irresistibly compelling even as they veer into the unpredictable. Gone is the passive sorrow. In its place is a volatile force whose next move keeps viewers guessing, blending sympathy with suspense. We can't predict her path. Will she lash out in revenge against Michael and his extended family, perhaps targeting the Quartermaine Empire in a bid for leverage? The excitement lies in the unknown, turning what was once a tearful subplot into a riveting spectacle. Adding a creative twist, fans might speculate on Willow forming unlikely alliances, like reaching out to old foes for support, which could lead to surprising crossovers in Port Charles's intricate web of relationships. This evolution has revitalized the character, proving that sometimes a touch of madness is the spark a storyline needs to ignite. Speculation is rife among the fanbase about Willow's ultimate fate, with many betting she wind up committed to a facility like Ferncliff or Shadybrook, institutions notorious for housing Port Charles's most troubled souls. Such an outcome would fit the pattern of dramatic interventions in the show, offering a chance for Willow to confront her demons in a controlled environment, potentially leading to redemption arcs or shocking escapes. To expand on this with invented details, envision a scenario where her admission sparks a larger storyline involving other characters visiting her, uncovering buried secrets from her past that tie into broader mysteries. It's a testament to the soap's enduring appeal, where breakdowns often pave the way for comebacks, leaving us eager for the twists ahead. Next, we will delve into the heartfelt reflections shared by beloved alum Adam Huss, who recently opened up on social media about his experiences as a soap actor and expressed profound thanks to the dedicated fans who continue to embrace his return to Port Charles. Adam Huss, a standout talent from the world of General Hospital, has been making waves with his candid online posts, where he peels back the curtain on the unique challenges and rewards of life as a soap opera performer. In a recent Instagram update, Huss poured out his appreciation for the unwavering support from viewers, highlighting how their enthusiasm keeps the spirit of the show alive. To infuse this with fresh perspective, imagine Huss drawing parallels to his early days in acting, perhaps recalling auditions where he honed his craft eye stunning legendary soap icons, which prepared him for the high-stakes environment of daytime drama. His message resonates deeply, underscoring the passion that fuels both actors and audiences in this enduring genre. And it serves as a reminder of the tight-knit community that forms around shows like GH, where personal stories often mirror the on-screen twists. Huss first burst onto the General Hospital scene back in 2021, stepping in temporarily to portray the complex Nicholas Cassadini when original actor Marcus Coloma needed a stand-in. This initial foray into Port Charles introduced fans to Huss's nuanced take on the character, blending charisma with the brooding intensity that defines the Cassadini legacy. He returned for a handful of additional stints, each time deepening his connection to the role, before assuming it full-time from 2023 to 2024. Adding an inventive twist, during these intermittent appearances, Huss might have collaborated closely with the writing team to incorporate subtle Easter eggs from Nicholas's storied past, like references to his tumultuous relationships with family members, enriching the character's arc and keeping longtime viewers engaged. These periods allowed Huss to explore Nicholas's multifaceted personality, part schemer, part devoted father, setting the stage for some of the show's most memorable confrontations and alliances. The last time audiences caught a glimpse of Huss's Nicholas was in 2024 during a poignant prison visit at Pentonville, where his on-screen mother, Laura Collins, delivered the devastating news that he wasn't a viable liver donor for his ailing sister, Lulu Spencer. This emotional farewell scene left a lasting impact, with Nicholas grappling with regret and isolation behind bars. A fitting cap to Huss's run that highlighted themes of family sacrifice and redemption. Inventing new layers, perhaps this moment included unspoken flashbacks in Nicholas's mind, revisiting key events like his dramatic faked death or his entanglements with Ava Jerome, adding unspoken depth to his character's internal turmoil. Even though Nicholas has been off-screen since, the door remains open for potential comebacks, as soap operas thrive on surprise resurrections and plot twists that could bring him back into the fold, much to the delight of fans who miss his commanding presence in Port Charles. While Nicholas may be sidelined for now, Huss himself has been anything but absent, thrilling supporters at the annual ABC General Hospital Fan Club weekend, where he appeared live to connect with the community that has followed the show for generations. This event provided a vibrant platform for Huss to interact directly with attendees, sharing laughs, autographs, and behind-the-scenes anecdotes that made the gathering unforgettable. To expand with creative details, envision Huss participating in a special Q&A panel where he fielded questions about Nicholas's most controversial decisions, like his custody battles or romantic entanglements, fostering a sense of camaraderie and revealing how fan feedback influences his approach to the role. These in-person encounters reinforce the magic of soap fandom, turning virtual admiration into tangible bonds that celebrate the show's rich history and its stars' contributions. Fresh off this fan-fueled extravaganza, Huss hopped on Instagram to express his overflowing gratitude, accompanied by a raw, heartfelt video that captured his genuine emotions. In his post, he delved into the intricacies of navigating the soap opera landscape, describing it as a fascinating arena where actors dive into richly developed characters alongside industry veterans who've defined the medium for years. He emphasized the pressure to deliver top-tier performances, whether originating a new role or inheriting a fan favorite like Nicholas Cassattini, all while tuning out external judgments and hoping for audience acceptance. Adding inventive elements, Huss could have shared a personal anecdote from his first day on set, like improvising a line during a tense scene with soap royalty, which helped him bond with co-stars and solidify his place in the ensemble. This reflection shines a light on the artistry involved, where vulnerability meets professionalism, and every episode is a chance to honor the legacy while carving out one's unique stamp. Continuing in his message, Huss opened up about the distinctive journey of embodying Nicholas, a character cherished by fans and previously brought to life by esteemed actors, amid a passionate viewership that holds the General Hospital universe dear, often as a family tradition passed down through generations. He acknowledged the unpredictable nature of fan reception, sometimes divisive, regardless of an actor's dedication to the storyline, living performers in limbo about future opportunities. Yet, meeting fans face-to-face changes everything, as their warmth affirms the impact of his heartfelt efforts. To enrich this with new details, picture Huss recounting a touching fan story from the event, such as a viewer sharing how Nicholas's redemption arc mirrored their own life challenges, illustrating the profound connections that soaps foster beyond the screen. It's these moments that validate the hard work, turning uncertainty into affirmation and reminding actors of their valued role in this beloved world. Wrapping up his post on a high note, Huss stressed the importance of internal self-worth while cherishing the external validation from devoted fans who pour their hearts into the show and its characters. He extended special thanks to the event organizers, like Olga and Debbie, along with their team, for creating these magical gatherings, and to the attendees for their enthusiastic presence. Concluding with a sense of deep gratitude, Huss positioned himself as a truly appreciative artist, basking in the glow of a community that makes every role worthwhile. Inventing a final flourish, perhaps Huss hinted at future projects, teasing subtle possibilities for Nicholas's return or even guest spots in other soaps, sparking excitement and speculation among followers. His words encapsulate the essence of soap stardom, a blend of passion, resilience, and communal joy that keeps the genre thriving. There you have it. Tatum Huss's inspiring message is a testament to the enduring bond between soap stars and their fans. What are your thoughts on his time as Nicholas? Share in the comments and keep watching for more General Hospital updates.